looks like it's gonna hail. Well, baby, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. You better come inside, I'm gonna teach you how to jive well. You gotta jump jiving, then you really 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 gotta jump jiving, then you will. Well, Papa's in the icebox looking for a ginger ale. Well, Papa's in the icebox looking for a ginger ale. Well, Mama's in the backyard learning how to jive 'em well. You gotta jump jiving, then you really 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 gotta jump jiving, then you will. The woman and a man ain't nothing but a male. Well, a woman is a woman and a man ain't nothing but a male. Well, one thing about him, he knows how to jive him well. You gotta jump jiving, then you really 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 gotta jump jiving, then you will. Beanie the whaler. Well, Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail. Well, Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail. Well, Jill stayed out, you're gonna learn how to jive well. You gotta jump jiving, then you really 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 gotta jump jiving, then you will. It's gonna hail. Well, baby, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. You better come inside, I'm gonna teach you how to jive well. You gotta jump jiving, then you really 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 gotta jump jiving, then you will. Papa's in the icebox looking for a ginger ale. Well, Papa's in the icebox looking for a ginger ale. Well, Mama's in the backyard learning how to jive 'em well. You gotta jump jiving, then you really 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 gotta jump jiving, then you will. a woman and a man ain't nothing but a male. Well, a woman is a woman and a man ain't nothing but a male. Well, one thing about him, he knows how to jive him well. You gotta jump jiving, then you really 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 gotta jump jiving, then you will, Beanie the whaler. Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail. Well, Jack and Jill went up the hill to get a pail. Well, Jill stayed up, you're gonna learn how to jive well. You gotta jump jiving, then you really 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 gotta jump jiving, then you will. It's gonna hail. Well, baby, it looks like it's gonna hail. You better come inside, I'm gonna teach you how to jive well. Surprise, it's Christmas. Hop the baba do, bring me sunshine. In your smile. Make me happy. All the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow. Oh, I seem to be extremely loud in the monitor. So, whoa, I like being loud. That's good. All right then, so yes. It is episode 267, ladies and gentlemen, 267 of JiveStream. The show must go on. So yes, Christmas decorations are up. Hope you didn't mind waiting. Anyway, we got special guests from PBone, P trumpets, P instruments, and also what else we got? Oh, all sorts of things. And give us your requests. But meanwhile, bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love. Oh yeah! We've even got Christmas Pingo the Penguin back. 2 Pingos. Where's he? 3? Twin Pingos. Oh, Twingos. Twin Pingo. Oh, he's one behind John. There's a Pingo behind John. You can't see him. John, move out of the way a second. There you go. Second Pingo. We don't do things by halves. Anyway, we don't do things by ones. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, all those in the green room who've been waiting and probably playing I Spy again, because I know it's alcohol-free in there. So, and vegan snacks, I'm afraid, or any snacks you want.
Unless you serve a substantial meal.
Exactly. All right, then. So, I think with all the Christmas gear up, we start on a Christmas one. What should we start on?
Jingle bells. Jingle bells, did we do that? Yeah, we'll do it again.
Oh, Jingle Bells, go on then. Can you request Jingle Bells? jingle all the way. Oh, I find it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, I find it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, swinging all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to dig a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Through the snow and a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, swinging all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to dig a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. There you go. Applause. Oh, and what were you playing that solo on, Alex?
Well, Ian, might I just take a moment? No, this is its JiveStream debut, I think. No, or did I use it once near the beginning? I may have used it once near the beginning.
Oh, I've had mine out all the time.
But, yeah, what about the trumpet? This is my Christmassy one. And the trombone is also my Christmassy one, because it's red and it matches our Christmassy suits, which we're not wearing.
You got a yellow one as well, haven't you? I got my yellow one.
We've both got yellow. This is my PBone. And just so happens that, funnily enough, we've seen these all over the world in different music shops that we've popped into. And I didn't know originally, but found out later on, the company's actually based in the Midlands. What Where We is nearby now.
Where We is?
What Where We is.
Where We is, exactly, yes.
So a couple of weeks ago, I sent them an email and said, why don't you come on, or have someone come on, and talk about these fantastic instruments. And so Chris is our special guest today, and we're going to bring him on now. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, I've got to push the right button. Right. Fingers crossed.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from PBone headquarters, it's Chris from PBone and P Trumpet and P Instruments. Hi, do you call it, is it called PBone or P Instruments? P things?
P stuff, yeah.
P stuff. Brilliant. No, they're fantastic. We play them.
Because we're not in philo vision, it's called P because it's made of plastic.
It's made of plastic. It's funny, a lot of people actually ask me if my yellow trumpet is a brass one with some expensive enamel finish.
Yeah.
I'll say yes, of course. It's an enamel. No. It's a plastic trumpet. And believe it, before we talked to it, like people say, "Oh, can you play?" It's brilliant. They play the same as a normal trumpet. It's slightly quieter, which everyone seems to like around me. I don't know why. But they're great. You can play them, and they're brilliant for teaching and learning because I'm sure it's set here so that you can't play wrong. Us jazz trumpet players, he says, trying to big himself up, like play with their fingers like this quite often, like not proper. But because of the way this is made, you have to play properly. So you learn, you see? Makes me stay on the straight and narrow. So, ladies and gentlemen,
let him get a word in edgeways.
Well, no, this is the introduction because we didn't normally do a big intro. You sort of just brought him on, and the iPad was brought forth. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's co-founder and creator, creative engineer, creative producer,
director.
I knew there was a word like that. Creative director. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris. So,
hi.
Tell us all about how did it come about?
Well, there were three of us to start off with. As often, there's a kind of money man. There's a mad inventor guy called Hugh. There's a money guy called Steve, who's now out the CEO of the company. And there was me, the musician. So there's a musician, a mad inventor, and a businessman. And we got together.
Sounds like a joke.
Yeah, going to a bar. And no. So we got together right at the beginning. Hugh, the inventor, had made this wacky plastic trombone that didn't really work. Steve had got the money together to make it all happen, and then they got me in to help them make it be a bit more like a trombone instead of a trombone-shaped object. So I redesigned the inside to make it play. So that's how we kicked off 10 years ago now, maybe a little bit more.
10 years
in Warwick.
Wow, that's brilliant. Because that's really like your three wise men. It's Christmas, isn't it?
Three men, anyway.
But the combination of the three together somehow was the right chemistry to bring it together. That's brilliant.
I guess the brains, the brawn, and the musician.
Yeah, that's right.
And you're the musician, so tell us a bit about your background, and because you're a quote unquote retired player, right?
Yeah, I did that thing that you do. I did a degree in jazz at Leeds, and then I went to the Royal Academy and did a master's in classical performance and entered the profession. And was freelance in London for 20, 30 years on bass trombone. That was my speciality. But during all that time, I was doing a lot of work with manufacturers, testing and improving their products, and also a lot of education work. So those three things kind of came together to help out with the PBone project.
Wow, brilliant. Yeah, but and like I said, because it feels like it would be the perfect thing for someone to learn on, as well as being something you can play professionally.
Yeah, I think for us, the real driver was that we wanted to take away the barriers for kids to start enjoying playing the trombone. Obviously, start off with the trombone. So, trombones are big and heavy and easy to wreck around the slide. So, music lovers will be pleased to hear that. But, it's the idea was to make something light, tough, cheap, so that kids could just kind of pile in and have fun playing a brass instrument instead of having to worry about damaging it or all that stuff. You could just dive straight and have a go. So that was the reason we did it in the first place.
That's probably the reason we ended up with some.
Yeah, probably. It's funny because I actually...
The idea is to have fun, right? Brass can be seen to be a bit serious, but as brass players, we know that it's about fun, really. So we were trying to get the fun to the top of the brass agenda again.
Exactly, yeah.
So I first heard about them from a friend of mine who I went to school with, actually, who was a headmaster. I'm going to move over so I'm in the camera. Hold on. Come on, give me a bit. He was actually a headmaster of a school in this area in the Midlands, and he knew I was a brass player, trombone player, and he asked me if I ever heard of them, and I hadn't at the time because he'd just bought something like 20 or 40 of them for the school, which I think is fantastic because you've brought down you brought up the affordability, brought down the cost and the affordability for that, on-ramping for young people to. Kids and stuff to have a go, and it's not a huge investment for parents. Whereas when I first started, my dad first, I didn't have a fantastic trombone, but it was still a few £100 even for a mediocre sort of second-hand one. We started renting it on a weekly basis until my dad was convinced I wasn't going to just, put it in the cupboard and let it gather dust and waste the money. So we did that for about at least a year, and then we ended up buying the same one, and that was my first trombone. But with this. But also, like you said, it's the maintenance of it. You still have to be careful with them. Trombones are brass, but the slide is very delicate. If you have a tiny little dent, that can make the slide stick, and that renders the whole thing useless. Whereas these, they're tough, they bounce almost, so there's low maintenance, low cost, and it really does help a lot of new kids. And that's something that's really missing in schools today, with funding being cut. and music programs and stuff. And we've seen the long-term effect of that in society, where you take away arts education, and it really has a huge effect. So what you're doing is really, really great, I think, because it really helps to bring that foundation of arts, which helps with all life skills, basically. So it's really well done. So thank you. Big hand.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you.
For
also, I don't know if you know, there's a big program in schools where a whole class learns at the same time. Yeah. So doing that on trombone, which is one of the kind of things I used to do as a teacher, is pretty tough with brass trombones. But with plastic trombones, makes the whole job a lot easier, you know. So more kids can dive in. It's really useful from that perspective.
I know, it's brilliant. Yeah, it'll catch on like the with schools like the ukulele has. So you'll probably
that kind of thing. Yeah.
Everyone will be getting them. So instead of everyone playing recorders,
like 300,000, 400,000 trombones, brass instruments around the world. So hopefully we've had a big impact on how many kids are having a go. You know, so that was our ambition from the beginning. More kids having fun on brass.
And it's really important, because like it's like if you don't have brass players coming out of schools and things like that, you won't get the sort of music that needs brass players on. There'll be less jazz, there will be less classical, there'll be less swing, there'll be all that stuff will sort of go by the boards, and it'll just all be guitar.
Not forgetting the pit bands.
The what?
The pit bands.
Don't forget the pit bands, them that going down in the mines.
Well, not anymore, but not anymore.
Is that what you meant, or did you mean like West End shows?
Oh,
anyway.
you meant West End shows.
No, I meant the mines.
There's two kinds of pit in the brass world.
Oh, he did mean the mines. There you go. I was making a joke, and he meant the mines. But yes, but apparently a few of them, quite a lot of like a lot of our girl singers are in the West End, you know, and quite a few of the musicians apparently use them for some of the stuff in the West End, and also steal the plastic mouthpiece, so because apparently their lip lasts longer. So I've heard.
Well, it's very useful in cold weather, you know.
No, I tell you what, it's because we do around. Well, we won't be this year so much, I guess, but around this time of year, we're always playing for the turning on of Christmas lights. We do an anti-drug anti-street drug charity, which we do in the streets, play at shopping centres and stuff. And like, instead of putting that cold metal against your lips and having to hold a freezing cold horn, you've got something that actually stays warm, and you can just pick it up and play it, which is quite amazing. And also, we were saying we played once in -8, and my valves stuck. They froze solid.
Yeah.
I had to have a little kid go and hold it by the industrial heater while in between solos. It was great.
Right.
So it's a really good thing. So what do you got coming up, future-wise, with PBone?
Well, also, I've got lots of trade secrets that I can't really tell you at the moment. Lots of very exciting things.
Don't worry, no one's watching. just between us and the JiveStream community.
The latest thing we've done this Christmas is, so obviously with lockdown and everything, COVID, it's hard for teachers to meet new pupils and pupils to meet new teachers and get started. Right. So we've put together a package. We've got quite a big publishing arm as well that publishes lots of music for trombone and trumpet. We've put together this package where if you go to our website, pbone.co.uk, you can buy a PBone, a starter book, a lesson, and a workbook for afterwards, and a cleaning kit all in one package. So you can actually get going at home at a time that's convenient to you, and you've got everything you need to get going. You've got a free, or should I say included, one-to-one lesson on Zoom, and you've got a book to get you moving past that. So you can actually get started as a brass player, so you can do it on cornet, trumpet, or trombone. You can get started at home, and it gives you a really big leg up and a good first experience, so you know whether it's something you want to continue with. So that's our latest offer to try and help with the whole lockdown COVID experience.
That's brilliant, and people have got obviously time at home. They could come out the other end of the whole COVID. What do we call the whole? It's more than one lockdown and thing. It's lockdown and semi-lockdown, COVID experience, COVID period, the COVID period. They come out the other end of it as being professional trombone, trumpet players, whatever. Like you could take advantage of use the time. And Josh Keto is probably watching, who's a 15-year-old brilliant trumpet player. whose granddad taught him the 1940s style, and he plays guitar and drums and everything else as well. You get one of these because they're actually not just for beginners, really. Even though I play one, they're very good. Our first ones were brought. Me and Alex had them brought for us by a good friend of ours, who was recommended them by another mutual friend, who's Mark Isham, who is a very famous and well-accomplished trumpet player and composer of film music. And he said they're like a really good thing you can play on them. So they're not a toy, although you can throw them around and at each other and still pick them up afterwards and play.
Well, we've got the two super beginner instruments we've got, which are like below P-bone and P-trumpet. The idea is that they are playful, almost like a toy, but you can still get a proper note out of it, and it's still a really good way to begin your brass journey. And I think we're going to give one of those away, actually. Is
that for the competition, is it? What's that? Is that the bugle?
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Hey!
So this is just so it's like your trumpet, only I've taken the valves out so that you can just play, like a bugle. So the idea is this is really tough, really light, and if a kid wants to, they can walk around and play with it like a toy. But if you want to play it, it does work like a proper instrument.
Wow.
There you go.
That's
because it would, instead of just being a toy, it would lead towards, you're going to have an embouchure, you're going to start actually learning how to blow, even if you're just messing around.
They'll regret it once the youngsters start playing Reveille at sunrise every morning.
Or do my joke now, or as it's coming towards that point in Christmas where Amazon and everything won't be but delivering, your Christmas cards won't get there in time if you don't send them now, you could play The Last Post.
Oi!
Okay, fair enough. I'll leave that to Alan Wheatley and Brian Kingett. They watch the show and they keep sending us jokes. All right then. All right. So do you have a question?
I do have a question. So the question is, what key is the British bugle in?
Oh, and Anthony Sochi, if you're watching,
you don't get
Anthony Sochi is a great young trumpet player who plays with us quite often on our theatre tours back in the day when we used to do theatre tours before last year. And he also now, since then, nearly all his work at the moment has been playing Last Post, actually. And he actually was playing at the Arboretum down the road from here and stuff like that for Remembrance Sunday and stuff. So, you can get one. If it's cold outside, you can get one of these bugles, Tony. Anyway, going for the competition. So, send the comments. Don't put it in the comments. Send it to Alex.
Don't put the answer in the comments. Do you want to say the question one more time, Chris?
So the question is, what key is the traditional British bugle in?
The traditional British bugle. So go to our website, jiveaces.com/JiveStream, and send it via the form there, and we'll do the draw tomorrow. Now, we did actually tell you that it was chocolate prize today, but that was before we had Chris coming on. So booja booja chocolate tomorrow.
Booja booja. Sorry.
Right, stop it. And bugle prize today, drawing tomorrow. So get your answers in before tomorrow, about 5 o'clock. I'll look at them and gather them all up. And what a fantastic prize.
Brilliant. And did I see you do a cornet now as well?
We do a cornet. So we've got we call them our two journeys. So there's something called a P-buzz, which is like a big toy trombone, beginner trombone thing. Then a mini trombone. Here we are.
Oh, wow.
Mini trombone for small people. And then we've got full-size P-bone. And that's the trombone journey. And then the trumpet journey starts with a P-bugle, half toy, half instrument. And then it goes to cornet, P-trumpet, and super advanced P-trumpet high-tech, which is half plastic, half metal for the best of.
Whoa, it's like a Cyberman.
It's like a Dalek.
Yes.
A Dalek or something. Yes, wow.
So those are the two kind of journeys, for trombone and for trumpet.
Oh, I'll have to try a high-tech at some point.
Maybe Sandra will send you one if you're very lucky.
Then I can review it online on here, the same way we do the booja booja chocolate and everything. We review, we selflessly review chocolate on here.
Vegan
that people
chocolate.
send to us.
I don't know. You're all heart, you guys. I don't know how
I know.
you bring yourself.
The sacrifices we make for the audience.
Yeah, so that they know what to get for Christmas. So now you can get, this is what you got to get people for Christmas. You got to get them a pea trombone or pea trumpet and some chocolate. There you go.
Chris, I put the pbone.co.uk link in the comments just now. Is that the correct one?
That's the right one, yeah.
And you can look at all the instruments there.
Yes, all the instruments are on that site.
Okay,
yeah.
great. So pbone.co.uk. Someone just in the comments said they just looked on Amazon right away to buy one, and it was sold out on Amazon. So get your shipping department active.
Whoa, that's good.
Whoa, we better get Santa making a few more instruments. Thank you for that.
That's just while you've been on here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Correct.
That works.
Maybe there will be a Christmas after all.
Exactly, yes. Everybody's going to be making noisy kids all over the world like
Hope
us.
so.
Brilliant.
That's what we want.
All right, well, we'll have to say goodbye, mainly because otherwise they won't get any music. Maybe they'd rather not. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to play our pea trumpets and pea trombones now. So thank you very much, Chris. Well done. It's
Thanks
a fantastic product.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you all. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Isn't that lovely? They are, and they're good. It's really amazing. It's basically quiet. When you go to play a really hard note or something, you don't have quite the same dynamic or whatever you call it. Can't get as loud. But like I said, that works quite well, and that's why some of the time someone asked, I've been playing it on and off during the JiveStream, is because so a lot of what we're doing is in this situation is Pete's playing on the brushes. It's not all quite as loud, and then when I pick up the metal trumpet and go, ah! It's sometimes just a bit whoa over the top. Depends on what song we're doing. All right then. Speaking of what song we're doing, what song are we doing? Oh, do you have any requests? No.
I don't know.
Oh, all right then, cool. We'll do La Dolce Vita for the moment.
Too involved in trombone
which
talk.
means Sweet Life, which goes with both the chocolate and trumpet playing. Since I met you, I feel fine. I don't want to make you mine. I travel anywhere to see your face. Well, there's a feeling when we kiss. Well, there's nothing sweet as this. With you, I feel at home in any place. La Dolce Vita, La Dolce Vita. I appreciate the little things you do. La Dolce Vita, La Dolce Vita. You make me see the world as if it's new. Well, there's espresso in your walk, pepperoni in your talk. Everything about you is Italy. Well, you would seem at home in Napoli or Rome. Tiramisu is what you do to me. La Dolce Vita, La Dolce Vita. I appreciate the little things you do. La Dolce Vita, there's nothing sweeter than the way you lift me up when I feel blue. La Dolce Vita, La Dolce Vita. I appreciate the little things you do. La Dolce Vita, there's nothing sweeter than the way you lift me up when I feel blue. La Dolce Vita, La Dolce Vita. The sweetest thing in life, and Italy, la dolce vita, la dolce vita. Well, baby, you're the sweetest thing to me. Well, baby, you're the sweetest thing to me. Well, baby, you're the sweetest thing to me. Yeah. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely. Woo! Right, we didn't even get a chance to say hello to anyone.
Who have we got watching and who hang around long enough to see us?
Oh, everyone hung around long enough. They were gagging for it.
Oh, we've both got our bow ties on.
We have.
Bow ties are cool.
We're giving it away.
I didn't realise you were keeping yours on.
I didn't have much choice.
Ah.
Yes, the true story is that we were filming our Christmas episode of Jive Talking.
Well, first of all,
we
got back from Coventry. We went to Coventry. And then we came back and we had to decorate. We got the two pingos back and all that.
And then, we filmed the Christmas
And then we
episode.
started filming our Christmas special for the Sky Feel Good Factor Jive
right.
Talking TV.
We're halfway through, aren't we? And then...
which we're going to carry on afterwards.
Which we finished at 8:28 when we suddenly realised the time.
Yeah.
And
it was,
we were dressed in our suits. That's why we were a few minutes late. But we're here now, and so are you, and so is Hennock. We have Jane. We have Mr. Hartley, Trisha, Steve Frost. Who else? Jackie Clark, Susanna, April Gucci, Giselle, Hillary, Ramsey, George, Sue, Jane, another Jane Day that is, Ed, old Nick, Teresa, Paul, another Steve, Claude, over on YouTube, Charlie Francois is first in the house. We've got Wayne, we've got Rose, Alan Wheatley, Janice, Kurt, the Hoosier. Graham from Australia, Rose from Paris, Josh is here. I can stay on until 9:30 because I don't have school tomorrow because there has been a massive outbreak of COVID. Oh dear. Well,
that sounded like, first of all, it sounded like I don't have to go to school tomorrow because there's
I know, I didn't realise. I thought it was like good news, and then I got halfway, I couldn't finish halfway through the sentence, and then it kind of ended on a downer, sorry. Anyway, but at least you can watch, and who else we've got? David DC, hello to all. This is actually Kiona from her boyfriend's phone as we head into North Carolina on our road trip. Hi, Kiona.
North Carolina, you're heading into Tar Heel country.
So, eyes on the road, David. Stop watching our shenanigans. I'm assuming David's driving, if Kiona's watching. We've got on Twitch, the gang's on Twitch. Frank from the Netherlands, Google Tubes, Hell Green, Keith, Let's Do This Music, Michael Bernardi, Ms. Latte, and Thomas Scheffler. Hello, gang.
Thomas, is it Scheffler?
Scheffler.
Shuffler?
Scheffler. You got it right the first time.
Definitely sounds like an inventor. That was invented by Thomas Scheffler.
Definitely sounds academic.
It sounds like an inventor. It's not only academic, but it sounds like there's a creative dynamic there who's going to just create something.
Yeah.
Like a car that runs on orange juice.
A bit like a complete personality we've just made up for him.
Yeah, sorry about that. We do that. All right then. Any requests? Otherwise we'll...
Not really.
All right then. Gosh, we started late. And
Roy says, really fancy a trombone. Have to practice while neighbours out though. Well, if you get a PBone, A, it's cheap. B, it's quieter than a metal trombone, because it is a trombone. So PBone's the way to go to start with, Roy.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? I think they're only I might be wrong, but I think they're about 150 quid. So
sure, yeah.
not a lot.
But also, we happen to have stuck. I've got my metal mouthpiece in, but they come with like I said, a plastic mouthpiece as well, which is great for when you're out in the cold and stuff like that. The only reason is because I keep swapping backwards and forwards. I've left this on. Otherwise, for those who know me, I'm sure gets used to one or the other, and it's a bit strange when you put another one when you change and you're trying to play. But I do sometimes use the plastic one. Plastic. Now, today, birthdays. It is, as he said, stretching his legs. It is in 1925 on this day one of the greatest entertainers of all time, Mr. Sammy Davis Jr., was born. And I love the way there are such understatements when you look on Google or where you get American singer, dancer, and actor. It was in Ocean's 11 and Candyman. Well, no, he sang Candyman.
Yeah, no,
There wasn't a film Candyman, was there?
yes, but it wasn't with him or anything to do with the song. It was a horror film.
Because I thought Candyman came from Willy Wonka.
Maybe it did.
I think it was written for Willy Wonka, 'cause I don't know if it was in the film. Anyone know? The Candyman can also change very nicely into a version on YouTube about Ryanair.
Yes. Anthony Newley. Yeah, definitely sounds like. Oh,
Who?
Anthony Newley.
That's right. I think when we did the Anthony Newley night, I think we saw it. He wrote it, and I think it might have been for. Hey, let's check it out. Somebody Google that and let us know. So yeah, we should be by rights be doing some Sammy Davis numbers. Obviously, we didn't have time to even work out anything before we came on, so we didn't have any practice. Otherwise, we'd have rehearsed and done the old. Oh, they say some people long ago. We're searching for a different one that we haven't done for
Muzzy's
ages.
requesting Candyman now. If we're going to do a Sammy Davis song, I'm
It probably
afraid
wouldn't be Candyman.
that would be the lowest on my personal list. It's my
Well,
least.
it was lowest on even Sammy Davis's.
I'm not
In
surprised.
his autobiography, he said he didn't want to record it.
Yeah.
And whoever it was said record it, and it was his biggest hit.
It was his biggest hit.
And he loved it in the end and
That's
said,
often
"Thank you
the
very
way,
much."
isn't it? It's often the way.
As someone once said, you got to remember to dance with the lady that brought you to the ball. Exactly. So, what we can do, we already do "Love Me or Leave Me." Let's do "Love Me or Leave Me." "Love Me or Leave Me" is one of my favourite Sammy Davis numbers. His version of "Love Me or Leave Me," which is where we got this arrangement or this inspiration from. So let's whack that out while I'm thinking. Well, love me or leave me or let me be lonely. You won't believe me, but I love you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. You may find the nighttime the right time for kissing. Nighttime is my time for just reminiscing. Regret it instead of forgetting with somebody else. There will be no one less that someone is you. I intend to be independently blue. Well, I want your love and I don't want to borrow. Have it today just to give back tomorrow. Your love is my love, there's no love for nobody else. Shabba-ba-da-da-ba-da, ooh, ooh, baba shootin' bottom, ba-da-da, baba shoots a bass, wow. Shigga-digga-dig-dig-dig-dig-dig-dig-dig-dig, baba-doo-doo-da. Shidip-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Shidip, shidip, shidip-ba-dip-ba-doo-doo-da. Habba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-dow, habba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo-zap. Shabba-doo-doo-doo-da. Shabba-doo-doo-ba-doo-ba-ba-da-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-da. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-da. Shabba-doo-doo-doo-doo-da. Shidip, shidip, shidip-ba-doo-ba-doo-da. Blow it, John. Yeah. There will be no one less, that someone is you. I intend to be independently blue. Well, I want your love and I don't want to borrow. Have it today just to give back tomorrow. Your love is my love, there's no love for nobody else. Well, love me or leave me alone. Yeah. Give it up.
They clapped there, did they?
They were so stunned that they were shocked before clapping. Hell Green says the P trombone, or P-bone as it's known, sounds really great in this song. Well, thank you very much, especially during the sax solo when I wasn't playing it. No, he didn't say that. But thank you very much, Hell Green. Actually, I should mention that Hell Green is a professional streaming person, and he's helping me out with technical difficulties. So thank you very much for your help so far, Hell Green. And yes, may we sort out. Look, no trouble today.
Touch wood.
That's your head's made of wood.
Pinocchio.
Yes, exactly. Well, that's sort of the joke, isn't it? All right then.
Ah,
Is it nearly Italian time? So look at me.
hashtag
Soon.
that's the joke.
All right then. Oh, all right. I sound like you're doing a ballad version of it. That's on Russian if you do it. It's like. La, 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 la. La 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 la. Right. It's amazing, isn't it? It's played the same thing slower and it sounds and drawn out. It
Halfway
sounds-
between
sounds
Russian,
Russian.
and the Addams Family theme tune.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Ciao, grazie.
Buonasera, Ian. Sorry, I can go and fetch it. No, okay. Buonasera a tutti. Benvenuti alla puntata 267 del nostro live stream. Pinocchio?
No, nostril.
Ah.
Nostril live stream.
Sì, il nostro. Oh, eccellente. Okay, so today, what is today? Today is the 8th of December, and it is not chocolate time yet. It is, okay, sorry, I got lost here. Okay, it's National Brownie Day.
What type of brownies? You mean like Girl Guide brownies or?
Brownie, the chocolate sweet, the candy like I see in America. You swap. Grazie mille.
This is going to be necessary. You'll see why in a minute.
Ah, okay. Ooh, I see. Okay, it is also pretend to be a time traveler day. It's for the. It is Doctor Who.
There's a day called Pretend to be a Time Traveller Day.
It is. It is today. Pretend to be a time traveler day. Is that how you travel into time?
Well,
But
I'm moving
touching-
forward all the time into the future.
Well, that's good. It is also in Latin America. It is National Concha Day. Do you know what that is? It is basically celebrating all sorts of sweet pastries.
I thought you said Contra, like Nicaraguan freedom fighters.
I presume it's pronounced concha. Concha. I'm not sure, but it's concha. Concha.
I thought it was Spanish for conch. Yeah, the shell. Like you go,
I'm not sure if that comes from there. Anyway, so today also what happened 8th of December throughout history. In 1609, Biblioteca Ambrosiana in Milan opens its reading room. It is the second public library in Europe. Ooh. Yes. Premiere in music, 1813, Ludwig van Beethoven's 7th Symphony in A premieres in Vienna, with Beethoven conducting. Beethoven, yeah, conducting himself. Yep. Another 1846, Hector Berlioz, La dramatisation de Faust, premieres. And an Italian couple, Giuseppe Verdi, 1849, the opera Luisa Miller, premieres in Napoli. Events of interest, 1864, the Clifton Suspension Bridge, designed by Isbrand Kingdom Brunel, is finally open in Bristol. An historic publication, James Clerk Maxwell paper, A Dynamical Theory of Electromagnetic Field, is first read by the Royal Society in London and published by the Royal Society in 1865.
wow.
A film release, 1949, On the Town, the film adaptation of the Broadway musical starring Gene Kelly, Frank Sinatra, Ann Miller, and Vera Ellen, is released.
Great film.
It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Also, in 1956, Guy Mitchell singing the blues single goes #1 for 10 weeks.
Yep, and Tommy still.
Also, and unfortunately, to this day, John Lennon was assassinated this day. I don't know if you remember the whole story. Anyway,
I do remember.
It's a bit tragic.
I was
but
a kid going to school and I heard it on the radio. Probably Terry Wogan was probably on the radio at the time. Who did the morning show? Don't remember about that time. And yeah, it was on the radio, I think, before we went to go to school.
Yeah. Wow, 1980. Anyway, Music Awards. The 4th Billboard Music Award goes to Whitney Houston for the Bodyguard soundtrack. It wins. And I will always love you. Anyway, that's part of the soundtrack. Oh my God. You haven't seen The Bodyguard?
Of course we have.
Okay, 1997 Music Awards. The Billboard Music Award goes to Spice Girls. Spice Up Your Life. Spice Up Your... Oh, Jesus
I'm afraid
Christ.
I actually saw the movie once on my own.
You did? I
did.
did not even see that one. You
I
see,
know,
you're more
I had a day
advanced
off
than me.
and I was in Tunbridge Wells or somewhere where there was, at the time, only one cinema with one screen.
With one choice of movie.
With one choice of movie. Where was I? I can't remember. East Grinstead, I can't remember. There was this one cinema and all that was open was one film on, and it was raining and I had a day off and I just went in and watched it and it was actually really funny because they did it. It was the Spice Girls movie, but it wasn't done like a pop band's movie except for bits of it. It was done like as a pastiche of the old British 1960s movies
Okay,
and everything,
cool.
and had all different elements of that in it.
Bene. All right, so who was born on this day? So, Orace. Do you know who Orace is? I'll tell you who Orace is. Orace is an Italian poet. He was born 65 BC. Finally, I'm announcing something before BC. Anyway, so he was born. You can check his poems. And also, Mary, the Queen of the Scots, was born in 1942.
1942?
No, it's 1542. I'm sorry. 1542.
1542.
Yes. 1542. That would have been, it's just still be kicking around. Anyway, also Jerry Butler, American rock vocalist. He did Never Give You Up, not the Never Gonna Give You Up, not that one, no, much later, much earlier. So he was born this day. Jim Morrison from The Doors was born today. Sean O'Connor was born today, and of course, like you announced, Sammy Davis Jr. was born today.
Hey!
So was Johnny Otis.
Johnny Otis as well.
Johnny Otis.
Salad bangs hang down. Oh, it's Johnny Otis. Johnny Otis, of course. Yeah, I'm waiting for the booja. Hand jive. Oh, yeah. I gotta go now, crazy kid.
Excellent. So
Johnny
also,
Otis' big band, yes.
you may notice that I have a new dress tonight. This is a rock and romance dress.
Rock and romance.
The vintage brought it to you in front
Give
of
us
your
a 12,
screen.
give us a 12.
It's very comfortable, and they have pockets, which is amazing.
I know that girls love something with pockets.
Because in these modern days, you need to put your change or your credit card or your headphones or your phone and everything, and they're just very discreet. You don't actually, it goes in the plate, so it's really discreet. But now, it's most importantly, I need a drum roll because it is.
Is it really? It's not more, is it? You couldn't find it. It's Booja Booja. More than a drum roll. Booja Booja to the right, Booja to the left. Booja Booja Booja. Booja Booja. Booja 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 Boo. Yeah, now Booja Booja. Yeah. Booja Booja. It's chocolate time. So what are we going to do then? Well,
Okay,
it's getting
so
smaller.
This is Booja Booja, dairy-free, organic, gluten-free, vegan chocolate, hazelnut chocolate truffles.
Whoa, small but high quality. Woo.
So I am going to open this box, and we shall try it. Oh, look.
What's this say? It says, learn, there's a quote thing, and it says, learn lessons lightly when you can. What's that, Mr. Booja Booja?
I guess.
There's a Mr. Booja Booja. Hello, Mr. Booja Booja.
Here we go.
Oh, here we go. As if they're not all the same. Oh. What's this, a hazelnut truffle? I like.
This is hazelnut chocolate truffles. Here you go.
The quality is, mate, it's really got quite a respect now. It's great. It's really good. It's like, it's like round and like, it's like, it's a juice like this. It's like quality. It's always like, no, the big, it's, don't like, round in my mouth, and it's like, good. Taste it, you're like, haven't you?
They are, I think those are my favorite. The hazelnut, definitely, for me, it is a yes for me. Definitely should try them because they are absolutely gorgeous. They actually melt in your mouth. You don't have to do almost any chewing because it's just so nice.
The hazelnut.
Booja
skin-
Booja! Booja Booja! Booja Booja! Booja Booja to the right, Booja to the left, Booja Booja Booja! Yeah, Booja Booja!
The hazelnuts give it a kind of smoky, roasted taste as well.
It does have a smoky, roasted taste. It's got everything. It's like I said, they're like those ones that would be, you know, like where you go to some posh thing and there's like just one on a plate.
Yes.
And someone's got a little bit of chocolate sauce and gone round it to fill up the rest of the plate.
So tomorrow, there's two things. Tomorrow, we could not do the announcement, I mean, the prize for the Booja Booja box.
Today.
Yeah. No, today. Today we could not do it because of the PBone. However, tomorrow we will be doing it. And let me tell you that the prize, which we'll show you tomorrow, it's a special edition in a special, gorgeous box. I will tell you more tomorrow. But yeah, so you must watch the show, and we will announce. You will give the question tomorrow. Yeah, so it has to do with chocolate. So please revise your chocolate
Knowledge.
database.
Yeah, you have time between now and then to revise, to cram on your chocolate knowledge.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish. No, I mean I'm gonna go back on the wheel.
All right then.
That's it.
All right then, lovely. All right, so all right, we've run out of time, but we'll carry on anyway. So we've got to film. We've just got to film a TV show in a minute. So we're going to do. I think let's do something a bit Sammy Davis. Let's do one that he used to do. Sammy Davis do "Lady as a Tramp" with some bongos like Sammy used to, and see how it goes. We're going to improvise "Lady as a Tramp" a bit like Sammy may have done it if he was on this stream and had just had a lot of Booja Booja chocolate. He's getting his things. What's the key? Yeah. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She loves theater, but she doesn't come late. Ooh. She never bothers with people that she'd hate. That's why why lady is a tramp. She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. She loves theater, but she doesn't come late. She'd never bother with people that she'd hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. She don't go on holiday to the Norfolk Broads. She don't shave her legs with Wilkinson swords. She never messes with them other broads. That's why the lady is a tramp. She loved the free, fresh, wild wind in her hair, life without care. She's broke, it's old, it's California, it's cold and damp. That's why the lady is a tramp. Shibba-doo-doo-doo-doo-dow. Get a bit there, John Boy. Hey! Shibba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Shibba-doo-doo-doo-doo, shibba-doo-doo-doo-ya. Maria, just met a girl named Maria. Candyman can. Oh no, I won't do that. Shibba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-bop, shibba-doo-da. Oh, shib-dee-doo-bop-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo, shib-doo-da. Shib-dee-doo-dee-doo-doo-doo-da. She loved the free, fresh wind in her hair, life without care. She's flat, that's that, hates California, it's cold and down. That's why that lady, that's why the lady, that is why the lady is the champ. Shibba-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-da. Yeah. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely bongos from Ali Bongo. And a bit of, I don't know, Sammy Davies-esque. Davies-esque. Inspired. Hello, hello, hello. All right then, yes, so today's Tuesday? Yes, so tomorrow is Wednesday.
Mittwoch.
Not Mittwoch already.
Ja, genau, Mittwoch.
Mittwoch already. Mittwoch, it's already Woden's Day tomorrow. And as we said, we'll be having the Booja Booja, sorry. We'll have the Booja Booja and the Booja Booja question.
It's going to be a side day because tomorrow is the last box of Booja Booja.
I know, but notice we stretched it out another day.
Yes, I have plans to make it straight.
Exactly. So we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully about 8:30. But who knows? And if you want, we'll keep the Christmas stuff up. We thought we would, otherwise we'll have to put it up every night. Keep the penguins? I think so. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again. Yes, I know we'll meet again. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cha-cha. Toodle pip. Cheerio. TTFN. Tally-o. See you later. So long. Well, I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Yeah. See you tomorrow. You thought.
Ain't she sweet? See her walking down the street. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice? Look her over once or twice. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? So cast an eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my, ain't that perfection? Might I repeat, don't you think it's really neat? I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? She-la-bop, shoo-ba-dop, bip-doo-dow. Shilabop, shabop, shabop, shabip, boop, 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 doo, dee. Oh, cast your eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my, ain't that perfection? Ain't she sweet? See her walking down the street. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't she sweet? See her walking down the street. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice? Look her over once or twice. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? So cast an eye in her direction.